Welcome to my very first video on YouTube. This channel is called Resting Joy Face. I'm going to tell a story. And this story is going to be about me and my best friend. While we do this, while I tell this story, I am going to do my nails because my nails look like shit. So that's what we're going to do. As far as the background of this story, this happened maybe about 6-7 years ago. It happened a while ago. And me and my friend decided to go to this really popular musician's concert. The artist had actually been here a couple years prior, and I had actually won some tickets to a showcase where she was going to be performing at. So I think there's maybe 6 or 7 acts all together in this showcase. She was one of the artists, and I actually went to this showcase because I wanted to see a particular artist, not her, but this guy that I had heard on the radio. I thought he was a really great artist. I thought he was cute, and I really wanted to hear his music. So I ended up calling in on this radio station and winning tickets to this showcase. And so me and her, we both went and we had a great time, and we got backstage passes to meet this artist. Anywho, so while we were there at this showcase, like I said before, there was like 6 to 7 artists who were there, but this artist absolutely stood out. She was amazing. She was different. Her voice was gorgeous. She commanded attention.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before, unafraid to reference or not reference, put it in a blender, shit on it, vomit on it, eat it, give birth to it.
We were mesmerized, and we said, okay, when and if she comes back into town, we've got to get tickets to her show, because we knew that she was going to be big. There was no doubt. I mean, somebody with that much personality and that awesomeness and that just wow-ness. I mean, they couldn't have not been as great or become as great as she did. So a few years down the road, of course, she blew up. A few years down the road, she became big like we knew she would, and she went on a tour. Well, one of her tour stops was here. So we were super excited that we were going to be able to see her in our town. So I bought tickets to her concert. Well, during the time when we were waiting for the concert to happen, over the next, I don't know, I think I bought the tickets 4 or 5 months in advance. During that time, life happened. There were things that were going on with both of us, family and work and so forth. And so we were kind of deciding, well, we don't know if we're going to have time or even feel like going. Because, I mean, it's before life was happening. And we were just, kind of over everything. So we actually, even though I had bought tickets, we were thinking about, well, maybe we're not going to go. Maybe we shouldn't go. Maybe just, concentrate on things that were going on with our families and so forth. And we weren't really sure. But the day before the actual concert, we were like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go, have a good time. Bought these tickets. We want to enjoy ourselves. So that's what we decided to do. So on the day of the concert, we got ready. We just wore like t-shirts and jeans and some comfortable shoes because we were going to be standing up and dancing and stuff like that. So The concert was going to be held at a venue that was downtown. Got dinner, and then we walked to the venue. When we walked to the venue, there were so many people there. And people were dressed up. People were doing shows on the sidewalks right in front of the venue. There are people who were absolutely decked out in full garb. It was great. It really was. It was so cool. You could really see the passion that these fans had for this artist. Like I said before, she's really amazing. So everybody from all walks of life were there. So we get into the venue, and we had really good seats. We really did. And I was very happy with what I was able to get. We get to our seats, and we're talking with the people who are on either sides of us, who are in front of us. We were all just talking about how excited we were for this concert, talking about the opening act, which I do not remember what the name of the opening act was. But I don't want to say that they were like super well known, but I think they had like a song on the radio. We were sitting there just waiting for the show to start. And as far as like I said, the seating, it was, so like the stage was here. Here's the floor. And we were like right here. So maybe like this row. So say this was like 4 rows. We were like on this row right here. So stage, floor, and then this is the row. We were on maybe like near like the top or what have you. Really great seats. The lights go down. The show begins. The opening act comes out. And we're just like, listening to the music, bopping to the music. But they played their song, so forth. Now, they began to play the second song. And I think we either we stood up or we sat down. But I know this happened when we were sitting down. So I looked over to my left and I started talking to this person on my left. I'm like, oh, that was, a great song, just talking. I turned to look on my right. My friend was on the right of me. And I noticed that she was like stone still. Her eyes looked glazed over, then her eyes rolled back. So all I saw was the white of her eyes. And she's just standing there, and her hands were kind of like this, like they had just been like sitting up. I'm thinking, what is she doing? I'm like, what are you? So I pushed her. I said, what are you doing? She didn't respond. And then when I pushed her, she kind of went like this, and then she started like doing this. And I'm just like, what is this bitch doing? So I said, hey, are you ignoring me? Are you rolling your eyes at me? Because like I said before, I saw her eyes roll up. Now, they did not come back down, but they rolled up. I'm thinking, what is she doing? So I pushed her again, and she kind of like does this again. And I knew I felt like something was wrong. I didn't know for sure, but it felt like something was wrong. And I'm like, I know this bitch ain't trying to ignore me. I pushed her a third time, and I said, hey.
Bitch, I'm talking to you.
And she did it again, and she rolled with her hands, and like I said before, all I saw was the white of her eyes. So I stood up, and I stood in front of her, and me being the most amazing friend that I am, slapped the absolute shit out of her. And you might think, why the fuck would you do that? But it's because I knew something was wrong. When I stood up and I saw her, and I knew something was wrong. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if she was having a seizure. I wasn't sure. But I slapped the absolute shit out of her, and I said, wake up! Stop! And she didn't respond. And I knew in that moment that I had to get help. So I told the person who was sitting on the right side of her, I said, please watch my friend. Something is wrong. I'm going to go get help. He goes, okay. So I run down the stairs, and there's an usher at the end of the stairs at the row. And so I'm telling him I'm frantic. I'm like, something's wrong with my friend. She needs some help. I believe she's having a seizure. And this motherfucker just looks at me like, I said, dude, something's wrong with my friend. I need you to get help. He goes, oh, okay. So he gets on his fucking walkie-talkie, which is what he should have done. I mean, that's what protocol is. But, you know, in that moment, I was just like, really, motherfucker? You can get on your... I mean, he was talking so calm. He was so calm. And I'm like, why are you not talking like this is urgent? I know you hear me shouting. I know you hear me screaming like, my friend needs help. My friend needs help. My friend needs help. Because I'm yelling this. So, yeah, somebody in section A, blah, 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 needs assistance. Could you come and assist them? I'm like, she don't need more than assistance, motherfucker. My friend is having a seizure. I need for you to haul ass or do whatever you got to do. Sound like this is important to you, okay? And, you know, like I said before, he was calm as fuck, unlike me. So, you know, I didn't feel like he was urgent enough. And so I said, fuck this shit. So I ran past him and I ran out into like the corridor, and I look up and down the corridors and I'm like, I'm trying to find somebody. I see people walking by and I see a cop like all the way over there. So I run over there and I said, my friend needs help. She's having a seizure. Please come and help me. So we both run and I go up the stairs and I point, like, she's having a seizure. And he like puts his fingers up against her neck. And you can tell by the look on his face that something was wrong. So he's on his walkie. He's like on his thing saying, okay, we need some help here. We need some paramedics. And they come up. They pull out this. They come up the stairs, whatever, and they pull out this machine. Now, I've seen this machine before. And we, in fact, had training on this machine where I work. And when he pulled it out, I knew. I'm sorry.